welcome to another episode of Earning the Hate. How you going, people? Alright, so because this cop didn't write a ticket, I'm going to cut him some slack, but I still think he's a freaking tyrant. And he doesn't realize, he's probably a fairly decent guy, but he doesn't realize what a jerk and power trip he's on. Because he is constantly cutting this guy. Now this thing says, tyrant cop once in my trunk, profile for tattoos. I don't know why you think you're a profile for tattoos. If you want to come on my channel, you're more than welcome. I do live Saturday night at 7 p.m. Texas time. And I would love to have you on because I crack on a lot of tattoos. And a lot of people think I hate tattoos and profile. And since you think you're profile for tattoos, I would love to have you on so we can discuss tattoos and profiling and cops. But anyway, so if anybody knows this guy and wants to send him that, let him know. All right. So here we go.
All right, how are you?
Window down.
It's down. I can hear.
Window down. It wasn't like, could you roll your window down a little bit further, please? It wasn't like, I can hear you. You can have your license through there. There's no law that requires your window to be down. He can see through the freaking window. So this power trip here, window down, I want it down for my safety. This guy's just being a dickhead, and he wants to be a power trip, and he wants to argue with the guy and show how much power and how much he can get away with. It's just bullshit. Although, is it criminal? I don't
Hear you.
Open the door.
Open the door. Why? Why? This guy just wants to put... This is how, when cops get shot, and they say some crazy vet freaked out and freaking killed a cop. This is why, because you're going to hit a guy on a bad day to where he feels he's got nothing to lose, and you're going to be the freaking straw that broke the camel's back. So you freaking tyrant, ego cops that don't know how to treat people and want to live in your freaking I'm in control power trip, you'll be crying at the funeral of one of your brothers for doing this bullshit because you think it's okay. And someday you're going to run against somebody that it ain't okay.
It's your call, son. Open the door, open the window.
Am I under arrest?
Not yet, but you will be if you don't start following orders.
You will be if you don't stop following orders. Order to roll down your window. Order to unlock your door. On orders, whatever I say, you better do and jump through a hoop because I'm in charge. I am the slave master and you are the slave, you pesky citizen. I have immunity. I have a gun, a badge. I can do whatever I want, and you pieces of shit that ride around on my roads, on my highways, in my neighborhoods, on my area, fall under my jurisdiction. And you will comply, you freaking wimpy sheep.
The window down.
You know, you put a dickhead cap from a drill sergeant on somebody, and you wonder why they act like a dickhead.
I need to be able to see, for my safety, that you're not a threat.
For my safety, I got to be able to see you. Yeah, you seem really worried. You're leaning on the car. Your fingers are over here. You seem really, really worried here, Mr. freaking dickhead cap wearing punk.
You gonna cooperate?
Yeah, I'm cooperating.
Okay, put the
window's down.
Down
Watch
the
your
way.
hands. I don't want to pinch you. I don't want to pinch your hands.
Okay, give me your driver's license, proof of insurance.
See, he really doesn't want the window down. He just wants to see how much he can comply. He didn't really make sure the window, and it didn't need to go down.
And pull up 10 more feet so that I'm not sticking out in traffic.
So I'll give you multiple orders, and then if you do something wrong, I'll say you weren't following orders. This guy does good by saying, hey, what do you want to do done first?
Which would you like first?
Pull up.
Okay. Tell me when.
That's good, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Shit, he barely moved up. Did he even move up 5 feet? If the pole is right here...
Tell me when.
That's good, thank you.
And now the pole's right here on the car door? He didn't need to move up that damn far. Did he move his car?
Yes, sir.
How about a driver's license, proof of insurance?
So he really didn't want to move his car out of traffic. He just wanted to see if he would comply with another order. Because if I keep giving you a bunch of orders, maybe you'll mess up. Punk! The more I watch this, the more I don't like this dickhead.
Doing all right today?
Well, I was until you started getting cute with me.
Oh, until you started getting cute with me. Because I give orders and you follow. Otherwise, I'll say you're cute. You got an attitude. You don't know how to deal with me. You don't know your place, you little lowlife.
You. Are you Caleb Winkley?
Yes, sir.
No, that's the name I just put on my driver's license. I'm somebody else. Jesus Christ, dude. Maybe your hat's a little fucking tight.
Okay, thank you, son. Okay, you know your tags are expired.
I did not know that.
You ever look at them?
Well, I did the 2 years.
Yeah, I always run out and look at my tags. I don't freaking know when my shit's expired unless they send me something in the mail. But, cops just think, oh, that's my job. This cop doesn't go out. When I was a cop, I didn't go out and look at my freaking tabs.
Thing, so after a year or so,
Yeah, unlock your door for me, please.
Right.
I want to see inside the door.
I want to see inside the door. Why? Look, he can look through the door, but if he starts... Now, he can order you out of the car, which I don't really like. If he's saying he's doing an investigation, he can order you out of the car. But this open the door, I want to see inside, it's like open your glove box, I want to see inside. Open that locked briefcase, I want to see inside. Go open your home, I want to see inside. That's a search, people. These dickhead tyrannical cops are doing this shit, and they can't get freaking charged. The DAs won't charge them. Nobody files suits for them violating the law, and if you do, you probably won't win. And if you do win, the freaking taxpayers pay.
I do not consent to any searches or
I'm sorry, I'm
seizures.
not searching you, but may I take...
Now, I'm reaching in the car. That's called the barrier. He's reaching in. He's not seizing evidence. He's not preventing destruction evidence. There's no exigency for him to enter this car.
You here? See that? That's always an indicator that you might have a gun.
Okay.
And I want to make sure that you're not... It's not, but I just want to make sure you're not pointing it at me.
Okay.
And I want to make sure that you're not... It's not, but I just want to make sure you're not pointing it at me.
Really? You're so fucking stupid you can't tell if he's pointing at you when both his hands are up? Really? This guy's an idiot. But he's a sergeant. Sorry.
I'm going to keep my hands right where they are.
Perfect.
You want me to? All right.
Now, I don't know if the car is shaking or this guy's shaking. He seems kind of nervous and he's kind of shaking. Maybe the whole car's shaking. Damn, they'll call that car a Harley, much as it's shaking. I'm gonna bump it till he comes back.
Well, Caleb, how come up on you? Do I call you Mr. Winkley or Caleb?
Whatever you prefer.
Well, Caleb, how come your plates are not on file?
Okay, so plates not on file? I don't know. In California, if you don't pay registration on a plate for 5 or 7 years, they drop out of the system. So when you run the plate, it will say not on file. Now, my undercover police cars, all the plates were not on file, so people couldn't run your plate and find out that it was registered to the police department or whatever. So when a cop got a plate not on file, we automatically thought it was a cop. Unless it was a piece of shit car and the guy looked like, it was a gangbanger car. We knew it. There was a bunch of gang members in it. And then we're like, okay, they probably stole the plate or they found a plate and they just stuck it on a car or something like that. But normally, if your plate's not on file, that's an undercover police car.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Have you sent in the documentation for that through the Department of Revenue? You're not law enforcement or anything?
No, sir.
Prior military?
I don't answer questions.
Say again?
So there's only certain questions I prefer to answer.
Well, don't be a dick with me.
I'm not.
Don't be a dick. This guy just didn't want to fight. I don't want to have a conversation with you. You've pulled me over. You've detained me. You've stopped my free movement over bullshit, but it's a legitimate stop. His plates are expired. I get it. Cops will be here. Man, it was a good stop. Whatever. Really? You freaking cops are going to defend a freaking expired plate? That's the big crime of the century for you freaking pussies that are shooting up the freaking neighborhood because a freaking 3-legged dog freaking rolls over and barks?
I'm trying to work with you, son.
I'm trying to work with you, son. Yeah, don't work with me because you're fucking a dickhead. I don't need you working with me. Stay the fuck away from me. How about that? How about you work with me but stay the fuck away from me? I think his camera stops working here. It does. Alright, so, look, I'm not impressed with Sergeant Dickhead here. I can't tell from his patch which PD he is, and this guy didn't put it in there. He's a sheriff. So I don't know where this happened. But again, if anybody knows this guy and he wants to come on live, I would love to talk to him about tattoos and picking on tattoos and profiling. All right, we'll end that there.